it starts to crash, while it's thinner than a broken glass. Market moves got me feeling wild, swinging harder than a rocket child. Picking up odds like a trader around, praying profits ain't reviled. A puzzle complex, trading daily, keeping us perplexed. Riding waves like future specs. Gotta calm down, no pretext. Market moves got me feeling wild, swinging harder than a rocket child.
Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys. How's everybody doing? Somebody give me a sound check. Let me actually see if I can do this one. Let me see if this makes any sense. No, this isn't going to work because this is too wide. Let's do it, I guess, this way. Yeah, I guess this will be okay. You guys have to just watch the screen this way. Should I get this bigger? I'm trying to see if you guys can see it a little bigger. Okay, it should be, yeah, this should be pretty big. You should be able to see the whole thing. I have a whole bunch of small positions on the open. How's everybody doing? Good morning, good evening. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening. All right, welcome to Asia session. We're going to trade three things and three things only. We're going to trade gold. We're going to trade US 30. We're going to trade NAS here. I have a whole bunch of just opening positions, just kind of, for shits and giggles. All of them pretty much counter trend. So we'll see if any of them pay off at this point. I'm just really just putting my toes in the water. This is the fully convertible dot version of my trading view indicator that we trade with in the morning on trading view. And those of you guys who want to have the MT4 MT5 version, I have both the MT4 and the MT5 version. Very simple. The only way to get it is to open an account with ACAP and get the full bundle, get the full trading bundle with us. I'll leave the details a little bit later in the link. I think I can actually, let me see if I can, if I do ACAP right now, hang on a second. Yeah, you can use this this link over here if you want to open an account. If you already have an account, just simply top off the account. Everything is free. All of this is free, but that's the only way I'm able to give away any of this stuff. If you're an American, you can't have the MT4, but you can easily join us and have the trading view stuff. So no loss, no harm there. But if you are non-American and want to get everything free, yes, Anderson, good evening. Welcome to the Asia session. Who's new in the room here? Say hello to me. Who's new in the room? Who's never traded with us? Wants to get an idea of the kind of stuff that we do. Happy to share it with you and show it to you. Everything that I do, by the way, that we're doing an MT4, MT5. We're doing it as an MT5 because that's really the standard platform going forward. You can all of it do on TradingView. Okay, Brian, how are you? Where are you from, Brian? Tell me who's new. Tell me who's new. Where you from? I'm just curious. West Coast, East Coast, non-US. Good to see you guys. I'm going to explain to you the very simple way I trade. Why it's super effective. Most of the time, even though it may not seem so at this moment, but it's all tiny, so it doesn't really matter. And hopefully, we'll see if we can clip some P&L this tonight. Canada, hey, very nice. Are you happy or sad today, Brian? Where are you from? Ontario. Ontario is a 50-50 split, so interesting. Are you happy or sad today, Brian? No comments. No comment out of Brian today. You're okay. Okay, that's good. No, you know what I'm referring to, Brian. Are you happy that liberals won, or are you sad? That's what I was talking about. Unless you are so out of it that you didn't vote, and I'm more into the Canadian elections than you guys are. Mark, hi. Welcome from Spain. The lights are back on. Huh? I was reading today what was going on in Spain. What an insane story. So this is the best thing that I this is the closest thing to truth that I've been able to discover. Basically, Spain went to essentially an all renewable energy format, right? And one of the ironies of the whole thing is, as I'm watching all this stuff, I'll explain to you what's going on. It's a little early here, before 8 o'clock in New York. Really, nothing much is happening. So I'm trying to trade counter trend and pretty much paying the price for it. I think I'm gonna have to. You know what? I'm gonna change my my structure here. Let's do this. Let's close everything. I'm just gonna get out of everything, all my positions, and let's start everything fresh. So I have 26 seconds short signal on NASDAQ. I'm going to sell it right now, reset it, sell it, and wait and see if this candle stays, the dot stays on the candle, meaning that the candle shows me that it's a continuation down candle. If it is, I'm going to add to the position. If the dot goes away, all we're going to do is just one simple trade. Okay, candle stays. I'm going to sell more. So, oh no, I got to go over here. Sorry, I got to go double position. Reset, sell more. Okay, so now I'm like short two in the direction of the trend. Let's see if we can just scalp out this little position. I'm going to move I can move my stops by dragging the lines. Excuse me, my limits by dragging the lines, but I'm really, really bad at that. And then I want to just coordinate my stops this way. But if I wanted to just coordinate my stop this way, I could just simply go over here with my tool. Wait, sorry. Make it like a 16 stop, and that will be closer. Okay, so it's a lot of churn right now. There's really, really very, very little little stuff going on here, but at least I'm trading in the direction of the trend, and I'm my stops are pretty much above the swing highs, and I'm looking for a short scalp target here. And I added to my position because this short candle confirmed to me that there was downside, that there was supply. If you think about this, the green candles are, the green dots are demand, the red dots are supply, and we're massive supply because the long-term moving average is below the short-term moving average, so there's supply overhead. So let's see if we can sell this supply. Maybe it'll get down to our target over here, to the downside. I'm finally, I'm kind of trying to follow the rules finally, instead of just simply putzing around. The rules always say trade with trend first and foremost, which is what I'm trying to do right now here. And if you only trade counter trend when you have at least 3 dots in the opposite direction. So I did have a little bit of dots in the opposite direction over here, but it didn't work. So look at this. Looks like we're almost there. Now we just have to make spread, which is always a challenge in CFDs. If I want to, I could just close everything with a button and I'm done. So, all right, first trade of the day, first, real trade of the day, we kind of got done. We could have also probably traded the US 30. That didn't have nearly as much of a down move. And let's see what gold is doing. Gold actually is legitimately a reversal trade. So we're gonna buy gold right here, because we have 1, 2, 3 green dots on the reversal side. That tells us at least we have a reasonable chance for a reversal, because gold is still, long term. This is 200. This is 8. 8 is below. We're still negative. I really have a hard time moving this stuff, so I'm going to just move the stop loss at 3. Target is going to be like 2. No, target should be like 1. Kind of a short. I want it to be a shorter target here. And if this candle, which is 47 seconds left, if this candle stays with a green dot, meaning it's there's more demand coming in, we're going to add to that position. So I basically, the key things that I try to do, which you see me doing in the morning all the time, is I try to add if it's going my way and just stand back if it isn't. 28 seconds left. Let's see if the dot still stays on the candle. Do I trade futures? I trade futures all morning long, my friend. The nighttime session is CFDs for people outside of America, for Asia, for Europe, for Australia, for everybody where they trade CFDs. So because our friends at ACAP, which is our favorite broker, paid for all the tools that I created here. I created all of these trading tools which allow you to have all this execution. So let me see. Okay, so where are we at? Gold. Let's go reset, buy some more gold, because gold held the button. And now, wow, man, these are like crazy ass spreads. What is that? Is that a 30-cent spread? I guess I'm in here. This is the see this green line? This is where I'm in. I'm actually in on this trade. Wait, what's going on here? Did I screw this up? Why is there 2 different versions of gold? Am I trading? Oh, I'm trading. Jesus. This is why. Sorry, guys. Okay, let's close this out. This is the wrong version of gold. I need to trade gold, US dollar gold. So let's buy this. Reset, buy. I'm like, why am I trading 2 separate gold that's 5,000? So we're going to buy this. Oh, and now I got to, sorry. Just bear with me a second, guys. I'm going to buy 0.5. Okay. All right. Now I want to put, and I'm going to put my stop at around 3, target around 1. All right, let's see this. Now I'm not holding so much hope for this trade, but gold is looking like it's bottoming out here a little bit in Asia session. It's giving me like 3 or 4 consecutive green dots of demand. Let's see if it's going to push up a little bit higher and do its thing. Sorry, I didn't realize I had the XAU AUD on there, and I'm like, what the hell's going on here? The current time frame in gold is 2 minutes, my friend. You see this? We're scalping. We're just scalping little pips. We did a scalp just a minute ago in Nasdaq for about $30. See if we can make a scalp here for another 20, $30 over here. All small sizes. The general idea is I try to do between $100, $200 per hour with you guys on a good day, but Tuesday night is especially this week has been very, very choppy, so it's very problematic. We'll see how much extension there is, and see, gold is just dicking us around. The trend in gold pretty much is to the downside, but it's very much chop, right? There's very, very little continuity going on over here in the movement. So basically, I have a stop around the 14, which is the true stop would be at around 11, but that's too big a stop. And I'm really looking just to see if we can get it up to 18 on the underlying in gold. Let's take a look at what's going on in Nasdaq. Nothing much. Nasdaq, see, you can see it a little bit clearer now because we haven't had too many trades in Nasdaq here. So Nasdaq is still, dominant sell trade here, but we already took that little sell scalp here. So now I'm just standing down and trying to see if I get any more directions here. Same thing with US 30. These are sell signals in the US 30. Matter of fact, how much time is it? We got 37 seconds. Let's do the US 30 trade here. I'm going to do the same thing I'm going to show you. So I'm going to take the probative trade. This is the first half of the trade. If the trade stays red, we're going to add to it. So this would be the second trade. We got about 19 seconds left. And if it stays red, we'll add more to the position. Red meaning that there's a red dot above telling me that there's supply momentum coming in here. And then we'll see if we can scalp it out. How much time is it? Oh, yeah, it did go through. Okay, so we're down now. Let's see if we can make the TP like around 10 here. Where's my TPs here? TP. Maybe like around 9. Let's see if it's just 8. Oh, did we hit target on gold? Did we hit target on oh, we hit target on US on gold? The gold pop up? What happened to my gold? Yeah, look at gold. Sorry, gold got resolved. Look at gold, guys. Gold all got hit nicely. Okay, so we made some nice money on gold. I got some stuff back. This was the nice, clean recovery. Sorry, I'm just watching US 30. I'm trying to figure out what the hell I'm at on my stops and targets. 489. What the? Let's see. Just go 5. What happens here? Okay, fine. I'll just have very, very short targets here on gold. All right. So the classic thing that I do is obviously we have the proprietary indicator, which looks like, let's see if gold is, let's see if US 30 can get hit. So first target, does it get hit? Where am I? No, still suffering the spread. Still eating the spread. Always the issue with CFDs, we've got to make spread. How wide is the spread in US 30? Oh, there we go. All right, we get done. All right, nicely. So first 3 trades of the have gotten done. You guys, hang on just one second. I gotta let my dog in. I'll be right. Hang on. What? No. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm back. Yep, gold got clipped. That's right, Tom. There goes gold. We took a nice clean clip on gold. So just kind of to everybody who's new to getting baptized by fire here. Very, very simple way of trading. We trade nothing but supply and demand in the way that I define supply and demand, which is just momentum. The red dots, or the white dots in this case, they're kind of pink, so it's a little hard to see. Those are supply, sell dots. The green dots are demand, buy dots. If the red line, which is the long-term moving average, is above the blue line, the short-term moving average, or rather, if the short is below the long, there's more. It's a sell trend. So we pay a lot more attention to the sell dots, and we only buy the we only get into the green dots, the buy dots, if we get 3 in a row. If there is at least some semblance of a bottoming and some semblance of demand. We don't, on the red dots, the moment we move from a green dot to a red dot, we're happy to sell. And then what we do is once we kind of get into a position, if the candle closes with a dot in there, then we have Brian, come in the morning if you want futures trades. The Asia session is all about trading CFDs. You can mimic the futures the same way as you can just buy gold futures when I'm buying gold CFDs. Same thing, but I already do 4 sessions for futures traders. So the nighttime 2 sessions are always reserved for CFD traders. So which EMEs? This is 8 period and 200 period. So the tool is all yours. Like I said, those of you guys that want the tool is all yours. The execution tool, which I use, is all yours. It's all totally free if you guys just simply take our deal, which is that's just 1/10 of everything that is all yours for free with this deposit. So if you really, really like it, please come join us. I haven't even talked about the fact that I'm going to release my gold EA. That's going to be done next week. This is an amazing, amazing robot that has been trading since 2000 and has basically achieved about 150% profit against only about a 25% drawdown. Really, really good. It trades gold only, strictly to the long side, and this is a fully automated EA. So that you're going to get that free as an incentive if you want to deposit with ACAP. So I'll talk more about it when we get closer to releasing it. But for those of you guys who are interested in trading, I can't give you better tools than this to be able to succeed in the account, and all of it is free. So that's the structure. Basically, trade with the trend, find the signal, plow into it if you got it. Like right now, though, what's interesting is we're watching the indices, right? It's a big comeback. Like I said, this is like a 50-point move in the Dow, right? It's pretty impressive. Do I want to go long this thing? No, I don't. Even though, it's tempting to say, oh, we had a big reversal. No, I'm going to wait very patiently. And if this is a true reversal, in the indices, there's going to be 3 dots. There's going to be 3 green demand dots. There's going to be lots of buyers over here over the next, 5-10 minutes. If they materialize, okay, I'll join them. If they don't materialize, no harm, no foul. I'm not chasing it, okay? That's kind of how we do it. Oh, yeah, it's Spain. Mark, of course. Oh, so Mark, I was going to tell you. So, so this is what I heard before you go. So this is what I heard. So they went to all renewable energy. The irony of the whole thing is that sometimes you actually collect too much sun, right? And it produces excess energy, which goes back to the power plant, and the power plant can't handle it. So it actually shuts down. It's like it's a surplus of energy. The power plant has to work at a certain, hertz, 50 megahertz oscillation, and it creates too much. And so there's a natural shutdown valve that kind of shuts down all these power plants. So that's kind of like what started to happen. But here's the problem. because they went to an all renewable energy, they didn't have any cold start power. Once you get a blackout in a power outage, you actually need a coal plant or a nuclear plant or a natural gas plant, something that has inert energy that can start you from cold. You can't use sun or any other, wind or any of the other energies. So 3 out of the 5 plants were offline yesterday. That's why all of Spain, all of Portugal, and half of southern France couldn't restart the electricity super fast. So it was really, really interesting. Massive fuck up, massive, down there. But I thought it was I learned more about power lines than I ever wanted to know. But I thought it was fascinating. We got 2 green dots, guys. It's a big reversal. Let's see what NASDAQ is looking at. NASDAQ also gave me 2 green dots. Interesting. So we're sort of 8 o'clock. Tokyo comes online, looking like they still want to buy it. Having said this, though, we're still negative trend. We're still underneath here, and any red dot is probably going to be the more dominant trade that I want to take right now. If they truly reverse it, they'll have to take it a little bit higher above the moving averages. How's gold doing? Gold, by the way. Oh yeah. So there's a guy in my room who trades gold all day long, and honestly, all he does, like he just prints money every single day and so far he has just not been proven wrong. His view is that anytime Asia opens up, it's a long gold trade. So anytime our indicator just even begins to show demand in gold, we should just plow right into it. And honestly, I left a lot of money on the table on this trade. I could have done much larger. It's not my style to try to go for large moves, but you certainly could have. Definitely could have. It's interesting. So overall, gold's still pretty flat. This 33.50. 3,500 was definitely the peak value in gold for the time being. And now we're just churning between 3,500 and 3,300, trying to absorb everything. There's really no news until we kind of get the U.S. data coming out end of the week, especially non-farm payrolls. But honestly, the real big news is what's going on the trade front. That's where everybody's looking at, and to seeing if just how much of an impact the tariff trade war is going to have on everything. So that's all, way of saying that there isn't much direction. But the cool thing about the way we trade is we don't need a lot of direction to make money. We just need a little bit of operating room to give us a wiggle. So it'll be interesting to see if gold really kind of wants to pop right here. I don't chase this trade. This trade has already kind of run its size. Here we go. So US 30. Now this is interesting. So US 30, they're giving me 3 dots in a row. $1.20 on the clock. Let me get in here. We're going to take at around 30 seconds before the candle closes. If this thing still shows me a green dot, I'll come into it. But it's got to show me a green dot. Same thing with NASDAQ. As I said to you, this could just be a dead cat bounce in Asia. We're really not seeing much movement here. The general trend right now, so far, is negative. Blue under red. You want to trade the strength. So having said this, now I got 30 seconds left here, and I'm actually going to go short NASDAQ. I'm going to go short NASDAQ on the first trade, and if now we're going to go on the second one over here. Reset this. If this thing stays, if the red dot stays, I'll add to the position. "13 seconds left. Let's see if the trade stays. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going to sell. Second position in. It's just no. Sorry, this should be the other way around. 7. Yeah. Okay. So looking for this target. This is my stop is around the swing highs. Let's see if we can get any kind of movement here. $167 on MGC. Oh, you made money on gold. Good job. Good job. Good job, Tom. Nice job. Nice job. Nice job. Nice job. All right. So it was trading with the dominant trend. Lots of chop. Not a lot of action here. Not a lot of news in the overnight trade. Trying to see if there's anything on Twitter here that hit us. Let me see. No, I'm trying to see if there's anything new. A little bit of positive news from Lutnick on tariffs, but really nothing much hitting the market right now. I am in trade. You can see me in trade, right? You can literally see me in trades. I'm short. What am I short? Nasdaqs. I'm short Nasdaqs. It's not really moving much. You can see, see how dead we are. Price action kind of super, super slow right now, right? This is going to be a pretty slow week because everybody's on the sidelines waiting to see, one, what happens with tariffs, two, what happens, whether this is going to be the month where non-farm payrolls crack or whether the employment picture still stays relatively buoyant, right? And a lot of that's going to also, I think, affect the Fed. There's a lot of guys I'm listening to who are, I think, making a legitimate argument that the Fed might cut in May if we start to see slowdown in activity, even though they've said they wouldn't. Blah blah blah. I mean, there's really very little inflationary pressures at this point. I know tariffs are supposed to be inflationary, but that's bullshit. They're really not inflationary in terms of monetary demand. So here we go. We're trying to get down to the thing. And I want to show you something very cool here, right? You can hit this close all button, and this tool was totally close out all your scalps into a positive position. So it wasn't much of a scalp, but it was very, very classic as to what we do, which is that you get into a trade with trend. If the trade is working, you add to it. If it's not working, you don't. This way, most of the time you're winning twice as much as you're losing, in a sense that if you're right, you win double. If you're wrong, you only lose single because of your positioning. Positioning has been the absolute magic charm of how we started to really, really, really improve our trading. So I let this go a little bit early just to kind of showcase the fact that I can close all. I have this button here that's like a super button that can totally close all. Also, this definitely showcases to you guys the power of trading with trend, right? We had the trend signal. I said, let's see if the demand really shows up. It didn't really show up. We still had a clear, sell demand here. Taking this trade here, adding to this trade here. I could have made a lot more money than this, but this. What I do in a flash crash scenario, that happens once every 20 years. What do I give a shit? I always trade small, it's a completely non-material thing. We're in the business of making money, just, grinding money out every day on regular market conditions. And by regular market conditions, I mean 99.99% of the time of volatility. I don't think, even in COVID, last time we had a flash crash in 2010, my friend. That was like 15 years ago. Between then and there, you could have made $1 million in back, worrying about something that doesn't really affect you. And I actually think that we probably can't even have a flash crash anymore because of all the safeguards we built into it. I mean, that was a bullshit crash, kind of like the Spanish blackout situation, where they relied on old technology and bad technology. Technology has really been upgraded now. But regular day to day, you see, we just crank it out. Let's see what gold is doing. Okay, so gold is positive bid. What I mean by that is blue is above red. We had a big, now we have a big reversal in gold. What I'm watching for right now is actually this gold stabilize and find a bid. Am I going to get if I get a green circle, green dot, I want to go long gold. If it doesn't, then I'm going to stand back and just watch it. Let's see where it is. I told you it's still pretty choppy around here. But it does its trick. This is NASDAQ. So, we didn't take, we only took about 5-10 points. It went all the way to 20 points here. Again, NASDAQ trying to find a little bit of support here around this line. Again, I'm not going to join this support unless I get 3 consecutive green circles behind me, telling me, okay, the buyers really are starting, they're finding value here in this 1944. I'm still not sure. They still need to prove to me that there's some value here. Everything coming down. Yeah, in this Asia session, we only trade stuff that really moves. So FX, moves in increments of hours. We trade stuff that moves in increments of minutes. So that means gold, US 30, and NASDAQ. We're looking for stuff that moves 10 points a minute, not 10 points an hour. If you want to trade FX, you can as I said, you can you can get the bundle here, deposit your money with ACAP. I'm going to put the money with ACAP and get all of the FX signals from my partner who's had an amazing FX run. And she trades FX really well. But I trade stuff that, that moves 10 points a minute. That's sort of like the cutoff. How long do I trade Asia? We trade Tuesday, Wednesday, every Tuesday, Wednesday, from about 7:45 to about 8:45, 9 o'clock, depending on how active it is and stuff like that. Some days we have a beautiful trend and it's really there's like a lot of good activity. Some days we get churn like this. Now, so could I have done, my 3-dot rule? In other words, I had 3 red dots. Could I have gone short here? Yes, I could have. But I'm much more of I don't like to go short gold in Asia because its natural tendency is usually to go up. Even though we had this big spike, unless this gold really breaks down unless they really want to take it down. And that would be actually a very interesting tell. If they want to take the gold down to the 33,000 level, that would suggest to me that that trade is really exhausted, because the biggest sponsors of gold long trade has definitely been Asia, and so generally, if you know that, you just bide your time, wait for the green signals, and try to trade those because those have been the highest probability. If those start to fail now, if the long gold trade starts to kind of fail on the short-term basis, that's a meaningful signal in and of itself. It tells me that the buyers may be a little bit tired. All right, nothing's going on. We're back to, we had so much fun when there was volatility a couple of weeks ago, when Asia was moving like 200-300 points an hour. Now we're back to watching paint dry, and that's fine. It just forces us to be a lot more patient. By the way, I just, if you want that, I just want to show you everything in this indicator is totally configurable. So if I wanted to make the red dots redder, I could actually go over here. Where's my dots? Red dot. See, I can make the red dots really red if I want to. And now you see them as red, right? Just to kind of show you if that's easier for you guys to see. I had them for a while as white because I thought it was nice contrast, but all right, getting a tiny, tiny, tiny little red dot in US 30. Still, basically, that's telling me we're still negative trend, right? Let's see how NASDAQ is. NASDAQ also showing me a red dot over here. So we'll play it. $1.11 on the clock though, so we need 30 seconds before the candle closes. If there's still a red dot on that candle, we'll take our first probative position, and if that dot holds, then we'll add. But as you can see, it's kind of not. It's kind of coming back. I'm just cycling through the charts. Can also go like this, but it's really hard to see, so because there's a limited amount of space. 27 seconds left, a tiny little red dot in NASDAQ. All right, we'll sell it a little bit here. And I'm going to wait. So again, it's like 19, 20 seconds. This thing, if there's no red dot on the close, it's only going to be one entry for me. Where's the US 30? US 30 doesn't even have a red dot. Okay, so there's no trade in US 30. Oh, US 30 started to show a red dot in the close here. Okay, sell. I'll add to my US 30 just for shits and giggles. My stop is going to be probably like somewhere around here. So I want to put my stop at around 20. And on the other one too. So keeping my stops low, keeping my targets. I'm going to keep my targets really tight on this because this I can't tell what the hell this is doing right now. Uh, 99.97 on this. Waiting to see if I can clear the spread. It won't come down. Yes, I'm trading. I'm committed to trading Asia every Tuesday, Wednesday night now. So unless I'm away, I'm gone. The red line is the which red line? These dotted lines. This is a stop and a target in MT5. Excuse me. Looks like we cleared one take profit, and we cleared the second take profit. And so again, we clear more take profits. NASDAQ is just fooling around. I can close this NASDAQ right here. It's fine. Okay, taking tiny little. Oh, this red line over here is 200 SMA. 200 SMA. Hey, Rocky, we were talking about gold. Where's my gold? I was saying, how you always say that gold in Asia is always a long. So I didn't commit to any of these short reversals. I'm kind of waiting to see if I could get if it recovers. We're still actually, the blue is above the red, so it's still a positive bid here. If we get a green dot, that should be a positive signal for us here. Oh no, sorry. Somewhere I confused you with Sweetwater. Sweetwater is not in the room today. Sorry, guys. This is 2-minute charts. 2-minute charts right here. 2-minute charts. Do you see me? We're trading for 5-10 points at a clip, trying to just scalp our way to heaven. Here's the P&Ls that I did with you guys. Just boom, boom, boom. Now these are all tiny positions, just because partly because I'm just getting myself warmed up. But generally, as we keep trading together, we'll obviously be able to trade a little bit bigger size. I think probably my starting size will be about a third of a lot, like $30 a trade as my starting size, and then if we add to it, the whole idea is try to do $30-$50 trades. If you can get 5 or 6 of them banged out in an hour, we will have a couple hundred dollars in an hour in trading. Still very, very much controlled on the risk side. You see that my risks are very, very small. So not much signals. But as I said, look, we don't need a lot to make money, right? We don't need a lot of movement to actually made to try to make money. Okay, here's gold. Where am I? $1.29 on the clock. You can see that on my execution applet, all of this is all proprietary stuff that we wrote for you. That's free to you. So the execution applet, this indicator with the full data panel, the explanation of exactly how all of this works, the much more sophisticated way of trading it with target 1, target 2, which is something we can do. I just I'm not doing it with you guys while we're scalping. All of those things, there's like literally underneath what I do with this, I only show you about 15% of what's possible with all of these tools and how you can make money. And I hope you guys, whoever wants to be serious about trading, all of this is free to you. All of it free to you if you open an account with my friends at ACAP. So I'm just going to send the link over here. If you're going to trade, you might as well trade with really, really good guys, fully, ASIC licensed, great Australian guys. I love them. And great, they trade everything, crypto, FX, everything. And you can trade all of this stuff with our products. So again, totally free. Gold did a round trip. Gold now goes negative bid, so not much of a bid in gold. Indices also look a little heavy negative. So we traded properly. We traded trend. You can see that all of our trades here, short here, bought here, short here, bought here, all were done with trend. Same with NASDAQ here. Took all of these trades again with trend nicely, and we don't have much, not much. I'm certainly not taking, as I said to you, not taking this greens unless I get 3 greens in a row. I used to make this mistake all the time. Oh, I got a reversal trade. Let me take a reversal. I'm an inveterate bottom fisher, top finder. I love to trade turns. And one of the best things I've done is I stopped doing that unless I really have a genuine turn signal. I started trading more trend and started adding to my position when I'm right in trend. These tiny little things that are much more technique than strategy made all the difference in the world. All the difference in the world in terms of being able to really, really kill it. We also trade every morning in futures at 9:15 in the morning. So for those of you guys, but I'm glad, I'm so glad that everybody likes the Asia session, and I'm happy to add any product that you think is kind of movable as a trade. We used to trade Bitcoin, but Bitcoin has such a big spread that it's very hard for us to scalp it. It just doesn't really, doesn't move enough for us. So for now, the 3 things that really make sense is gold, NASDAQ, and US 30. That's what we trade. Watching, this is NAS building up a first green dot. Do we really have demand here, or is this just a dead cat bounce? We'll see. I can do BNB. Did this BNB trade here? Let me see if ACAP trades BNB. Is that BNB USD? Yeah. All right, let's see BNB. Isn't that the maybe I'm not. Oh, this is just the Binance coin. Oh, that's kind of tight. You're right. All right, let's try this. Let's take a look at BNB. Chart window. So what are the spreads here? I am 230. That's 30-cent spread. That's really a tight spread. All right. Huh. Okay. Well, let's put that on there as a candidate. So positive bid. I'm waiting for like the next green dot to kind of confirm to me. If I don't get a green dot, no point in doing this. But yeah, we could have traded. You're right. Thank you for BNB. That's it's an asset. I just want to try something a second. I just need to see. Hang with a second. I'm going to do something very small here. I just want to test its stops and targets. Is it a 30-20? I just want to do something here. Just 1 second. So ignore this trade. Why is this not working? 632. Oh, it's way. Oh, it's 30. Okay. Close. So it's a. What happened here? Reset. It should be a 3-2. It's a $3. I was trying to figure out where the points are. It's a $3, $2 kind of a thing. Okay, got it. Got it. 0.1. Okay. All right. It moves 4 or 5 points. It's kind of like a gold variant. A nice tight, right? 610 is major resistance. Well, from here to there, that's a lot of profit for us. So, but it's sort of quiet. All right, we'll put the BNB on there. Meantime, the indices story kind of building to a bottom. Second dot, right? Second dot in the indices. Gold starting to come down now. Gold is negative bid now. Gold is kind of negative bid. We actually want to sell gold here. Reset, sell gold. And if gold closes with a red dot, we'll add to our sell. We're going to add to our sell here. Reset. 46 seconds left on gold. $35. Okay, Andy. My advice to you is trade small, scalp with me, do a little, trade for pennies until you get good. Then you trade for dimes, and then you trade for dollars. That's the way you want to come back. No dots. See, gold did not give me the red dot, so that's all I'm doing is just like one single trade. If it gives me a dot on the next candle, we'll come back and trade it. But gold, kind of like as I said, I don't like to be short gold in Asia. So gold, we may have just sold the bottom in gold. If we did, it'll be only like one trade, one piece. Okay, let me see what we have here on the U.S. U.S. is kind of is starting to build. If I get a third dot here, we will trade. We'll trade the U.S. 30 to the opposite side, contra trend. But I have to have a third red dot. Only one red. Third green dot. Only one green dot in Nasdaq. What's BNB doing? BNB is super quiet. All right. Gold is adding to the green dot. Buck on the clock. Doing nothing. 46 seconds. 35 seconds on gold. If this thing closes on a red dot, I'll add to the position. Nope, does not close. Hi, Solara. I've been trying to learn watching YouTube and just analyzing charts, but I've come across many strategies. So come hang with us for about a week or two. I truly trade the easiest, simplest thing. Man, I'm not going to get my second trade. See this whole thing that's going to take me out to a profit right now. All right, you know what? Let's just close it out. We'll take the $50 profit. Not bad, guys. We did $100. We started around 800. I'm about 915. Yes, so Ashwin, good news on wealth charts. I had the beta review today. Looks really good. Looks really, really hot. So my fingers crossed. Maybe Thursday they'll be released. I'll let you know. But we are really close. So those are, if you guys are waiting for wealth charts, really made some promise. Now, Solara, come hang with us. Solara, where are you from, by the way? What are you? Are you an American? Are you non-American? Do you trade futures? Do you trade CFDs? Talk to me a little bit. Because there's a lot of people in the room probably like this who are just lost, don't have a fucking clue what they're doing, don't have any good strategies. These are the people that I want to trade for. Everybody else in my room, everybody else who's hanging out with me knows exactly what we're doing. They're just hanging out here, keeping me company. They don't need me. They are very, very competent. They're better traders than I am. So you're a beginner and haven't placed a trade in your life. Okay. Well, first of all, you're in Australia. So, go to my friends at ACAP who are sitting in Melbourne and open up like a small account with them. Okay. And we'll give you all the tools you need. You do that, you email me back, and we'll set you up with the tools that I have. But honestly, by the way, actually, before we do any of this stuff, everybody come join our free community. I forgot to actually put my join link in today. So all the newbies out here who just want to learn strategies, there are two things that we do. I scalp like a fiend every single day. Scalping is the art of short-term trading, extracting $20, $30, $40 a trade, 10, 20, 30, 40 times a day, and just putting money in the bank, right? I am a thief and I'm a pickpocket, and I'm very proud of it. I pickpocket the market all day long. Now, my partner, Kathy, is a classic bank trader, great FX trader, has an amazing track record. She's been trading for 10 years. I think she's had 3 losing months. Just really great track record. And she trades in our room live. She trades FX. So if you join, like I put the join link in there, you're going to get access to our community, which includes all of the lessons and all of the courses for the stuff that we teach. That's all free. You can literally watch. And I actually, over the weekend, completely and totally rewrote my day trading course. All the videos are in 4K, super sharp. You can kind of go step by step. A lot of people really, really like it. Great job with the masterclass session. What was the are you Bernardo? Are you calling what I did today as a masterclass session where I basically pulled profit out of my ass? Is that what you, or are you referring to something that we did otherwise? Because today was hardly a masterclass session. But thank you. I appreciate the kind words. Oh, thank you. You're talking about, he says you have 6 year working and take your amazing videos about understanding sessions. Oh, thank you. Yeah, session trading. Really, really. Oh, I appreciate it. Yes, thank you. We do have all those courses. So once you join the community, there's also like a massive library of courses in strategies and other things that you can learn at your own pace. Everything is also mobile, which is really cool. The community can be is both on web and mobile, which is like awesome because you're in a train, you're commuting, you can watch these 5-10 minute videos. Kathy puts out a ton of content every single day. We put all of our live sessions on Rewind, and you can watch them in Rewind. So all of that stuff is really valuable. Yeah. So what's really cool, by the way, Bernardo, is so we have all those courses that are like in the Learn Worlds platform, which I fucking can't stand. I am actually moving everything into the community. So when you buy these courses, you'll own them forever within the community app. So you'll have it mobile all the time. It's been really, really cool. How many platforms am I trading? I'm trading TradingView, MetaTrader at nighttime for all my peeps outside of the US who are MetaTrader. And in the morning we trade TradingView. We're going to start trading wealth charts as well because we all of our all the indicators are written for every one of these platforms. So it makes it super easy to trade all these platforms. Any good tips on keep track of all these account subscriptions? Okay, first of all, wealth charts is free if you with Apex account, so that's awesome. MetaTrader is free with ACAP. MetaTrader is literally free because the indicator, the execution, all the software, totally free if you open an account with ACAP. And TradingView is like $15 a month. It's really, really, really cheap. Yeah, take a look at those. I think honestly, you'll probably find a lot more help with the way Kathy trades because she's incredibly methodical and very organized. I trade I told you, I'm a pickpocket. So when the people who want to start out really want to trade the way Kathy trades, get good habits. People who are just inveterate gamblers and degenerate traders, hang with me. So it's your choice, but we have something for everybody. And definitely we have a lot of really, really good content. So come hang out with us. Okay. Goodbye, Abdul. Goodbye, Abdul. Yes. Don't, trust me, it's not that complicated. All trading is finding supply and demand and joining the right crowd. The dots really help you. If it's green, there's a lot of demand. If it's red, it's a lot of supply. That's as simple as that. It's all I do all day long. I can make it 10 times more complicated. There's no need for it. The job here is to align yourself with the market and bang away nicely. So good day, guys. Look at this nice clean P&L, right? Remember, like the first hour, I totally butchered the account. So this is really live trading, all P&Ls. Nice, small. I mean, very, very clean. We're going to increase sizes. We're going to trade a little bit bigger, but not probably for another week or two. Let's just put our toe in the water. Like there was somebody new who was coming in who was like, how do I lost so much money. How do I get it back? And I said, you trade for pennies, then you trade for dimes, then you trade for dollars. We're going to do the same thing in the room so that everybody's really, really comfortable. Otherwise, great session, guys. Hey, we made lemonade out of lemons. Just range session, but we managed to squeeze out some moves by just sticking to good technique. Hope you guys really enjoyed it. Thank you again for everything. As I said, anybody who wants the full package, come just join me. Just join that. I'm going to talk about my gold EA probably next week after we do the webinar. As I said, it's really, really awesome. If you want some automated trading, this is really, really good. Douglas, haven't seen you in ages. Thank you for coming in. I'm glad you guys really enjoyed it. Everybody have a wonderful night. We're going to do this again tomorrow. Same station, same bat channel. Hopefully we'll have a good time. And then I'll see you guys in the morning for futures trading as always. Everybody have a good day. Over and out.